Hey there, Cancer, Satnam. My name is Elise and you're watching Satnam Spirituality. Thank you so much for joining me today. This reading is for the Libra solar eclipse on October 2nd. And is the second in the series of eclipses that we had. The last one was on the 17th of September, and it was the Pisces lunar eclipse. So we're just starting to change signs. This is our last Libra eclipse in this cycle on the South Node. So let's take a look at your cards and we'll get into it. For Cancer, please. All right. You got, there it is, a knowing within bone. Allow it to guide you. Interesting. So maybe your intuition is really speaking to you during this period of time. You have autumn equinox at the bottom of the deck. Nothing is whole without the acceptance and acknowledgement of all. So definitely something about something being revealed here for you. And it's like this intuitive knowing that you've had like all along. Maybe it's externally validated in some way, or maybe there's this new intuition that comes through. And maybe it's about like creating this harmony within your life. You have cacao, you are loved, you are held, and you're already everything you seek. Maybe it's just the realization that you're good enough. You know, maybe there's been feelings of, low self-worth or value. And maybe you're just realizing inside that that was never true. That was never true. You have meat and wine, your presence embodied, tasting pleasure flowing through your being. And yeah, and it's just like you really come home into your body because of this. It's like it's like, just again with this bone, this embodying, you already know everything to be held. It's really about like also holding yourself, nurturing and comforting yourself, and coming into that place of balance. Maybe you just like feel this like slowdown with the fall season. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you have this acceptance and patience. And it's like you are fine. It's like you're making this realization now. You have action, and the action is like fully leaning into that you're loved and that you're everything that you seek. You have this trust and focus. You have realization here that like when you embody this very essence within yourself, this true authenticity within yourself, and like also with that authenticity being that you are enough and that you are loved and that you are worthy of love. It's like once you come to this realization, you have this fruition and hunger, and it's like the things that you once craved are now coming through. And I get this feeling that it's not in a way that you expected, or maybe you recognize that the way that you expected wasn't the right way for you, and that you're open to the idea of like allowing this to come through. You have this discernment, and so like you're using your power of choice to show up in a different way, and to like maybe set some more healthy boundaries. Yeah, you have surrender and blossoming, and and the void. Interesting. So with this being a new moon, it is the dark time of the lunar cycle. And so like within this dark space, returning into that feminine and allowing it to blossom, because you have your sovereignty. You're gaining your sovereignty. You're existing within that space. You understand that your abundance, attraction underneath, and fear. So maybe there's a fear of like just exactly how powerful you are. And maybe that's what Spirit is here to talk to you about. And this like understanding, this inner knowing comes in around like just exactly how powerful you are as a being. And that you do have control of your life. And maybe somebody else was leading you Yeah, 100%. Okay, so you have Trauma Negmo at the bottom. The spiritual cleansing and protective means necessary to overcome any obstacle shall be granted to you. You can trust in what's happening in your life, especially the things that are breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain that you might be experiencing now is so much less than the pain that would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. Interesting. So it's like, yeah, you've made this, you're undergoing this like spiritual cleansing. And it's like these things were just no longer part of your story, part of your essence, part of your being anymore. And you're ready to let them go. And so you have. And so then you have Curculae and Matangi. I just want you to take note of the green, like all the green and the red on these cards. So if those colors mean something to you, red is in the Tibetan, which was adopted later in India. Red is the color of attraction. And so Curricula says to receive your divine inheritance and blessings and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. Curricula signifies a time of rapid movement on your path and freedom to attract what you want and need. Let go of that does not belong. Release and you shall receive. And I feel like through this understanding, you're going to be able to start, like, of yourself, of your true nature, of your worth. You're going to be able to start moving forward with certain things those negative things will just naturally melt away out of your life. Some things might have to be a conscious choice, but a lot of those things will just start dissipating out of your life. And you have Matangi. She is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling the hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or have been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and despair. She clears the way for a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. That's beautiful. So just really accepting who you are as your own unique self, like I said. And then finally, you have Lalita Tripura Sundari. A chapter in your life is closing and will not be reopened. This will be the reason of celebration. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through her grace. You shall enjoy a change of pace and release from intensity. Open your heart to the beginning of a golden era. That's beautiful. And so just some reassurance that, coming into this sovereignty within yourself, it's not going to be an uncomfortable feeling for forever. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say. Answer, please. I have a feeling that you might have felt like you were shunned or rejected, maybe feeling like the last choice. Interesting. You have 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and it's like you were not able to reach this fulfillment and you thought that you never would reach this fulfillment because you felt like, yeah, you were last pick for the team. But that's not true with this Empress card coming up. And now you're coming into your divine feminine aspects here. Yeah, Queen of Wands, Hermit, and the Princess of Wands. And you're starting out on this new adventure out of this place where you were able to really reconcile with yourself within. And now it's time to really approach it with enthusiasm. This move forward with enthusiasm. Always remaining in your sovereignty, always remaining in your power, attracting in, using your intuition to guide you. And maybe like this, just going back to this message about a message that you were going to receive. Maybe this is something in regards to that. Yeah, you have the Hangman and now the Prince of Wands. So a lot of fire energy here. I just feel like Spirit's guiding you. You've gained this new perspective without falling into a trap of like self-sacrifice or woe is me type of energy. And you're really taking command of the situation. And moving forward out of this period, having gained this new perspective, and done so with pleasure. Okay, let's see what's incoming for you. Answer, please. You have the Strength card. Two eights. You have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Pentacles. More wand energy. So yeah, I feel like this is this message coming in here, you know, from Spirit. I can get it to focus. I feel like this is this message from Spirit that's coming in. It's like this divine intervention type of deal. So yeah, and you're really, again, like coming back to this mastery, coming back into this understanding, really cultivating peace within yourself. You've got the Two of Pentacles and with the Temperance card, and it's just like you've been back and forth, up and down, yo-yoing, and now it's like the give and take, push and pull doesn't have to be so severe all the time, and it's like now you're kind of getting into a place where you can just tilt the scales a little bit instead of them kind of going up and down like this. Got the Five of Wands in the Universe, and so yeah, it's just like the end of this. It's just like this hostility, you know? I feel like that's what the energy is, just hostile. You have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, and it's like something that you've been working on moving away from, you know? And so you're coming into this place of like inner peace. And maybe, so yeah, maybe you've been really, yeah, the High Priestess, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, just really taking control of the situation. You're making the decision that I do not want to go around on this merry-go again. And I'm doing what it takes in order to like heal that, to move through it, to push forward. You know, maybe you're not talking about these types of things with other people. You might be keeping this to yourself. And it's about really finding, like going for your own guiding light, you know, really trusting yourself. Really trusting in the divine interventions that are coming into your life or divine messages, really following those, you know, and moving from that space as opposed to like this mental aspect trying to control the situation and thinking about all the possible outcomes. Like what happens if we lean into trust? What happens if we surrender, you know? What happens if we surrender? And live in the in-between space for a bit and feel comfortable in the in-between space, you know, with this unlimited knowledge, unlimited power that's available to us, that lies within us. And it's like you're no longer wanting to be in that space where you feel powerless, and you're moving out of this. All right. Let's pick a couple last cards here. Cancer. You have Butterfly, growth. You're emerging from your shell. Interesting for Cancers. Your spirit is always evolving and becoming more beautiful. Yeah, I thought there was one more here. Soaring Crow, wisdom. You are intelligent, resourceful, and can adapt. Trust in your own wisdom and soar high. I have a feeling that you're really keeping these close to the chest. But it's also maybe this balancing is like, okay, what do I keep to myself? What do I share with others when it comes to my dreams, my goal, my vision? Maybe there's just like healthy boundaries being set around that. And yeah, you're just really learning to trust yourself with that information and who to tell and what to tell and that. All right, Cancers, thank you so much for your for watching me today. I will see you in the next one. Sat Nam.